So if people spend 200 to get in and then 200 a month to maintain, they stick around, let's say 10 months, let's say to make the
A
numbers
year.
easy, 200 times 10 is 2,000 plus another 200 to come in. So that's $2,200 per one customer that, as long as you're doing your job properly, they should come back for roughly anywhere between 1,500 and 2,200. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Again, there are a couple factors in between.
You're listening to the Full-Time Lash Artist Podcast. If you want to jumpstart your lash career, you can also watch Cosme's free lash training at www.fulltimelashartist.com. Let's grow.
But the reason that I mentioned this is when you spend money to acquire customers, you have to remember about that number, right? Yes, at first you might charge a little less because you want to penetrate the market a little bit. You don't want to be too low on the market share, because you're going to attract an audience that when you raise your prices, it's going to be hard for you to keep the customers because most of them won't afford it anymore. You don't raise your prices until you're completely booked. That's another episode. But so at first, you think about who you want to target. So they're clearly women, and the age bracket. Again, it really depends where you're located, how big the city, how big of a population. Because Instagram will tell you if you are, let's say, in Boston and you select woman and you select 30 or 25 years old and above, the audience is going to keep shrinking when you put these filters, because these are filters, right? Is going to say, all right, you're in Boston, boom, 800,000 people available to target. You select woman, boom, 200,000. You select, and I'm just making numbers up. It might be much higher, but, and then you select, well, only 25 and above. Boom, it dropped. 25 and above, woman that, and then at first, you can even stop there. That's enough filters for you to start your first campaign. And then a call to action should be always, both in the bio and in that post, DM me for more details about this offer. And that's it. You don't want to make it too complicated, because at first, again, you don't need a website. You can get it started literally on the same day of their training. If they create their Google My Business listing, Instagram account, and then a Facebook page, they can literally start this the next day or the same day.
Now my question is, to make it more understandable, do they have to have those 9 posts already when they boost?
Exactly.
And also, can you boost multiple pictures or only one post?
No, you can boost as many as you want. Instagram is going to take you, as long as your credit card goes through, it's fine. But you don't want to, like, you don't want to have all 9 posts about a promotion. That just looks spammy. So you should have 1 post out of the 9 talking about a promotion, and that one should be promoted, because you should not spend money on promoting a post that it's not geared towards getting customers. You don't want to focus at first about getting followers. Oh, and by the way, when you launch this, when you boost the first post, Instagram is going to ask you, what do you want the post to bring you? More profile visits, more direct messages, or more
followers?
More engagement to the post. And it's always, in this type of post, it's always about getting more messages, because that's where you're going to close DMs. That's where you're going to close the deals, in the DMs. And when you do this, you should also have your Facebook page created, and you just integrate it with your business,
So
with your
everything
Instagram
you
account.
do in Instagram is gonna go
It's
directly
going to post
to
directly on Facebook. That way you don't have to spend more time to post there too.
But also, I remember from when we started the first ad, it was like a very clear and beautiful pictures, the before and after, right?
That was the one that worked the best.
That works the best,
in your case. So it was a before and after photo, and I think I can't remember exactly what. I think it was a 50% off offer. But again, the post did well. So at the end of the day, you don't really know if it was image. We didn't split this too much, that one,
Or
because it
the
just worked.
post itself.
Offer.
The offer,
right? We might have just put the offer on a black cover, and it might have worked. But again, it's a visual industry, so you have to show some type of photo, and of course before and after work the best, because
you can see the difference.
People want to see why they should even get lashes in the first place. So I think that's important. And I think for the purpose of this question, these things should be enough for them to get started and start getting some traction. How much they should spend a day on ads? I always want to test $10 per ad per day. So at first, multiply that by 30 days, $300 roughly a month you should spend to get, in the day, this is what you do. You're collecting data. Out of the 300, you might get a customer or more, or you might get nothing. But that doesn't mean that you should stop.
Right.
Because what happens is I would see it hard to boost a promotion like this locally and in a month to get zero. It's really hard. Now, you might get, let's say, on average, let's say if it's a $5 per message, and I consider that an actual lead from a marketing standpoint, you might get, so 30 divided by 300 divided by $5, let's say. So even if, let's say you get 60 messages and you're not able, and you don't close any of them, the campaign did what it promised
well.
to do. But it did very well. If you spend $300 and you get 60 messages, that's really good. It's probably not going to be as cheap. But you get 60 messages and you don't close anything, it's not, because I hear a lot of times this, oh, Instagram ads didn't work because I tried it, didn't work. Well, let's define didn't work. Because if you got a number of messages and you didn't close any, let's look, what did you talk, let's look at your messages. That most likely is the problem. It's not the fact that the campaign didn't work. Campaign worked. You optimize it to get, you optimize it for getting messages, you got messages, you didn't sell. So that's what the problem is. It's not the fact that the campaign doesn't work. So just to recap this, because I know we went a little bit in a couple different directions. They should focus on these three different platforms at first. Google My Business, Instagram, and Facebook. And Facebook page, right? Like create the Facebook page from your Facebook profile account. However, one thing that I want to address is the one platform that you've probably had it the longest, it's Facebook, because it's one of the oldest social media platforms in around. And you probably had a couple hundred friends on Facebook, childhood friends, friends of friends, whatever. Use that real estate because it's free.
Right.
So that account should become your business account. So you can always model everything that you have on your Facebook business page. Now, of course, you're not going to be able to change your name into the business name on your Facebook personal profile, but at least optimize the profile photo, optimize the header photo, optimize what it says in your bio. Same things that you say on your Instagram, you should say it on your Facebook profile. And it can be as simple as you just reshare the things that you post on your Facebook business page, and that's enough for you to get some more traction, free traffic from your Facebook friends. Because I can guarantee it's impossible to not have high school friends, childhood friends, friends of your parents that will see that, oh, she does lashes. So, and all the other platforms, you can create them at least to have the URLs, like the TikTok, your Pinterest. And Pinterest is one of the, especially for beauty, it's a really powerful platform. We're testing now some ads with you. I don't have an update yet to give some numbers, but we'll talk about that in a different episode. But Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Pinterest and Twitter, you should at least create them the same username as your Instagram account, and that's it. That can be just for you to paste those URLs into your Google My Business listing, and literally you can leave it at that. Because you don't want to get overwhelmed, because you're gonna have to text people.
I don't want to focus on all of them.
It's gonna be hard for you to focus on all of them. You can only focus on one, and I would say you're going to have to focus on two in this case, on Google to get reviews as soon as possible, and then on Instagram to make sure that you nurture the people that come from these ads. Now, you might say, well, I don't have $10 a day to I guarantee you have at least 5. You can drink the Starbucks coffee and use it to promote your business, because that's going to make you more money eventually.
And consistency.
Posts, of course, after that, and you can repeat the post after a week or so. You can post the same. Nobody's going to actually look at your feed because you're a salon. It's not, or a lash tech. Your account is not there to just generate attention for the sake of generating attention. It's not like, oh, now I want to build a brand. We'll talk about that in a different episode. But for this purpose, with these platforms, focus on Google My Business to get reviews and the posting of it every day, and Instagram as well. Ideally, you also want to do at least one post a day. Don't know what to post? Look at your competitors. See what they post. You might say, well, I don't have customers at first. Doesn't matter. People that come and see your ads and maybe they find you on Google or whatever, they don't know you don't have customers every day. So act like you do.
Post pictures from the training, post pictures during the practice, mannequin, or
use a tool like Canva, canva.com. It's completely free, and flip the image. One week you post it on the left, and then one week you flip it on the right and you post the other side of it. And that's as simple as that. You don't want to complicate things. Again, there are so many other moving parts to this in terms of the business of its own, but for this purpose, these tips should be enough for them to get started and start getting their first customers. What do you think? Was that answered deep enough?
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. So guys, I know we got into this beauty niche, but however, these tips apply to any business whatsoever, especially if it's a local brick and mortar, local service. And even if it's not, even if you are more of a coach consultant type of service provider, you can still apply these things if you're just getting started and then you don't have any customers. Like these things that we talked about pretty much work in any industry whatsoever. So thank you for being a great interviewer.
Thank you, babe, for having me.
I talked more than you did, which made sense because you asked the questions.
If you got a passion for lashes, let me see it. It's time to level up. If you need me to, I'll teach you my 6-figure secret. Better believe it, cause I believe in you. You're listening to the Full-Time Lash Artist Podcast. If you want to jumpstart your lash career, you can also watch Cosme's free lash training at www.fulltimelashartist.com. Let's grow.